Are we on? Uncle Henry here.
Through the years, I've always had the ability to put people to sleep when they listen.
Uncle Henry Internet Show, thank you for looking in tonight.
I think I was born unusually and uncomfortably personal. We're sending nasty jokes to each other over.
My mother's not a beast, damn you!
We worship the youth of our country. What about the elderly?
All right, look, calm down, because this is Facebook. This is different from real TV. Hang up on this guy, you sick freak! Turn the volume down on this. I'm not ready for that kind of garbage. The graphics working. Would you stop it, you scumbag freak? Dadgummit, I wish I could just... Please stop! Please stop now! Please stop! Cut it out! Please stop it now, please! Please! You're eating into the guest time. Welcome to the Uncle Henry Internet Show tonight. Possibly the most exciting guest we've ever had on the Uncle Henry Internet Show. This guest tonight has connections to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Is a movie and television star. And has the physical skills and capabilities to beat the crap out of people. Yes! Our guest tonight on the Uncle Henry Internet Show, live in downtown Mobile, David Shark Fralick. All right.
Thank you, Uncle Henry. It's a pleasure to be here, sir.
All right, the guest came out prematurely. That's okay. We're just, and it worked, that part worked good. All right, look, we're flying by the seat of our pants here, and that was an example. So you got a preview of the guest. Also tonight, we may have a musical guest, Andy Macdonald of Fat Man Squeeze, maybe. Before we bring the guest back on, we want to thank all of the people that have been supporting the show with their donations. Our support team, thank you so much for the donations. Thank you and congratulations to all the producers of the program that have donated. Associate executive producers, including Robert Wager, Scotty White, Wendy Gwynn, Mophobius, Frida Schnitzler, Darwin Singleton, Shelby Mitchell, Phil DeBalzac, Ron Reams, Rick Henry, Seymour Buttocks. Thank you. Associate executive producers, Peanut Simmons, Percy, Master P. Manders, Jay Akins, Jimmy Graham, John and Nixon, Alex Mathis, Matt Big Head Green. Associate executive producers, David Calametti, Tracy Moscalo, thank you. Executive producers, Gray O'Brien, thank you. Bridget, I will cut you jerkins. Royal Barber on Royal Street in downtown Mobile. They need you to get your hair cut there. Please go to Royal Barber. They need support as downtown Mobile still revitalizing itself. Douglas Faust, thank you for your big donation. Henry P. Jr., thank you. Dorothy Doc Clayton, thank you. Dawn V.D. Wilson, thank you. David Rasp donating, thank you. Cheryl Gwen, thank you. Bama Big Man and Mrs. Bama Big Man. Josh Woods, thank you. Kathy Boyette, Kathy, thank you. Wendy Lynn Norris, thank you. G.I. Jane, thank you. Jeffrey Wimmer, thank you. Carmen Brown, thank you, Carmen Brown. And Aunt Karen Simmons, thank you so much, Aunt Karen. Karen has her podcast, Cheers to Business, great podcast. She should interview Shark as well on her podcast. Thank you, thank you. The next 10 supporters that donate over $20 become associate executive producers. Big thank you to the people. We had people donate. We didn't do a show last week and still got donations.
We did.
So thank you. Now, we want to mention that there are more opportunities to donate. If you will move on to the cutting screens.
Oh, sorry, yes.
Johnny Gwynn needs his ponytail cut.
I do.
And you're going to show your ponytail?
Yeah, I will. I'll show my ponytail.
All right, we will cut Johnny's ponytail off on the next show if we get more than $500 tonight.
Yep.
Wife and mom can't donate.
Didn't count.
All right, so all the money will go to the production of this show.
So I said no one can see it. So sorry, I can't.
All right, there's a real ponytail. It violates societal norms in Mobile.
I
So
want to get rid of it, but I
all right.
can't get rid of it until.
All right, so here are the ways to donate on PayPal, on Venmo. Just go to those donation spots, and we would appreciate your donations to the program. We'd like to keep going on as much as possible. All right, and now who's donating? Joe Shannabrook donated $1.
That's $21 from Joe because it's 20 from last week. So.
Okay, so we're getting closer to our goal. Also, the best way to watch, if you want good video and audio quality, is on YouTube.
Yes.
Subscribe to the Deep Fried Studios YouTube channel.
Count, man.
Go there, go to YouTube, search Deep Fried Studios, subscribe to the page. All right, real quick before we bring on Shark the second time. We had a news item, the passing of a very important American citizen, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and there was an interesting angle to the story in that it was reported in the news that Ruth Bader Ginsburg made a fervent deathbed wish. She had a wish that the next president appoint her successor. And it got me to thinking about the concept of fervent deathbed wishes. Because how many of you have thought that on your deathbed you're going to have somebody record your wishes? Have you thought of this? James of Sims, have you ever thought of making a deathbed wish? I've never thought of...
Make it public, Dan.
I've never thought of laying in bed dying and then giving a wish and having somebody transcribe it for the media. And so I got to thinking, what would my fervent deathbed wishes be? So I came up with a list for you of these wishes. For example, I'd wish that the I-10 bridge finally get built.
Yes.
And name it after Bear Bryant. While we're wishing, change the name of Airport Boulevard to Nick Saban Boulevard. On my deathbed, I wish that we changed the spelling of Dolphin Street to Dolphin Street. That would help the less intelligent. Pritchard disincorporate and get annexed by Chickasaw.
Yes.
There you go.
I would wish that all my neighbors would turn down their stereos or get jailed. All nursing homes compelled by law to serve bacon at every meal. No cleavage allowed in Mobile for 30 days after my death. That's a good, you don't need to see that. You don't need to show it. You don't need to show it. For 30 days after my death, it's my fervent. Hey, quit booing. It's a deathbed wish. Move on to the next one. Never boo the deathbed wish. 18 years of age and younger, never voice your opinion to an elder ever again. Except if you're enlisted in the military or you have enrolled with Alabama. I'd also wish on my deathbed that Start Me Up and Thunderstruck be banned from being played at the beginning of football games. Stop that. I'd also like to slip "Thank You, Taxpayer" into the Pledge of Allegiance. Right at the end. Also, I wish on my deathbed more federal money devoted to hairpiece realism research. Let's research these things. And also, I would wish that people get their IQ tested and then wear the score on the lapel. That way you know whether or not you're wasting your time. All right, and my final deathbed wish is to have Shark Fralick play me in the Uncle Henry Saves America movie. Now, for the second time and for real, please welcome to the Uncle Henry Internet Show, David Shark Fralick. Come on. There he is.
Uncle Henry. Good to
Shark,
see you, brother.
thank you for doing the show.
Pleasure's mine. I'm honored and blessed to be here.
Well, I'm honored and blessed that you be honored and blessed on the program.
It's a godsend, thanks to a dear friend of mine, and I don't want to drop names.
Give us a second here. Having a technical difficulty.
Oh, we're already having another technical difficulty?
What's wrong with my microphone?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, touch me there.
Look, it's the elusive sound man.
What are you doing later?
All right, all right, now will I be, is he going to need, are we going to need to share microphones?
No, we're not sharing microphones.
Hold me closer, tiny Tony Dancer.
All right, is Shark's microphone working yet?
Check 1, 2, 3. Testicles. Check 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me now?
All right, Shark is wasting his best material into the
No. Can you hear
non-microphone.
me? Check 1, 2, 3. How's my level?
All right,
Oh,
we're,
don't give me another one.
all right, very
Can I
good.
stand up?
All right, the sound, even though the microphone isn't working, the sound man whispered to
And his
Shark.
name is Dan, like my brother that passed.
This is what happens when we get donations when we're not on the air. We get complacent. All right, now.
Hold on, you still checking?
Check.
Oh, we're still
1,
checking?
2, 3. Can you hear me now? Check 1, 2. Check. Read me. Over. 1, 2, 3. Laminated testicles. Can you hear me now?
Please don't reference body parts when testing the microphone, Shark. Please don't
Use
reference.
your lips while you're not talking.
They're very good.
And pretend that you're a ventriloquist.
The guest, this is the, no offense to the other guests, but
I'm sorry.
this is the guest I really wanted to hear the most.
Check. 1, 2. We're trading out mics.
All right, we're going to go third microphone.
Let me introduce me again.
All right, well, these are the moments where I think it's important for us to reflect on where we've been and where we're going.
Yes.
Maybe to get a little spiritual. Maybe you at home. Maybe you need to go TT now. You can go take a TT or something like that and come back when the microphones are working.
This is like a cartoon.
Yeah, you're right. This is where it would be nice to be able to show a cartoon, much like Captain Kangaroo used to do. All right, now we're going to go into mic check 3.
8675309.
I got your number.
Very good.
All right, this
Want to turn it on?
is the most awkward 3 minutes of video we've ever done.
Don't worry about it.
All right, now,
Rolling?
Check 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me now? Wow, I see how this thing works. Left is right and right is left, correct? Go ahead.
that I don't know what the direction is at this point. I'd like to thank those that are still watching the Uncle Henry Internet Show through, you know, Shark, even though people may not be able to hear your response, some of the most popular television shows in history have been the blooper shows that show the bloopers. So this could actually catapult us into a new level of fame by having a spectacular blooper at the beginning of the program with David Shark Fralick.
I like it a lot.
I'm glad.
Thank you very much.
This, we now may,
Is the audio working on me?
No, sorry, I don't know what's going on. This is the strangest thing we've ever had.
all right, now we're going to do this.
We're gonna boom mic them.
Never done mic.
Wireless. Holy shit.
Please, now Shark, Please, this is not Los Angeles. Please don't cuss. As soon as we get a working microphone, you let an expletive out. This is not the locker room, Shark.
Holy cow, bovine.
Thank you. Now that's lots better. All right, now, do we have Shark? Yeah, all right, let's re-welcome Shark. Now we can hear him.
Thank you for the clap.
All right, Shark, David Shark Fralick, how did you become Shark? Where does this Shark come in?
I basically was hustling at an early age, playing cards and shooting pool and deep sea drinking.
Okay, so it was that's not what I expected. All right, a voyage of discovery with David Shark Fralick. Now, first thing we're going to talk to you about is the Young and the Restless.
Hung in the Useless?
Young and the Restless.
Oh, gotcha.
Now, we do have some photographs of the Young and the Restless. Now, this is you from what years were you on the Young and the Restless?
98 to 06 almost.
Now, how did you get that gig?
Walked in out of, whatever, hundreds of people, candidate. They knock it down, second audition to maybe 80, and then the third one to a dozen and a half. And Ed Scott, my uncle, basically on the show that's married to Melody Thomas Scott, said, I knew that was Larry Warton when you walked in the door because I had that essence and the energy and the vibe for the character that he was looking for.
You had the essence, the energy, and the vibe of the character. Now, this photograph of you looks like somebody that's always ready to disrobe. Would that, I mean, is that somebody, did you do a lot of shirtless scenes when you were on the Young and the Restless?
I did an amazing strip scene for Jeannie Cooper when I was dating Jess Walton, who played, trying to think of her name, but yeah, I climbed up a water fire escape thing, and then came in and had a boombox and did a strip scene for her on Young and the Restless.
Okay. All right, now...
Jess Walton, that was it.
All right, now show us another couple of these.
That's
There
her.
you go. All right, so you stripped for that lady.
Hang on a second. She still walks funny and is on oxygen now because of that.
All right, now, Shark, how does soap opera acting work? Do you have cue cards? How do you remember all this stuff?
That's just it. A lot of guys that were a lot better looking than me, and I just want to let you know, the audience out there, that my mom says I have a face for radio.
That doesn't look like a radio face.
But I'm just saying, a lot of people can't remember the lines, and they would last maybe a week, 10 days, and they would get replaced because you can't have 80 or 100 people waiting on one dude to stumble over his dialogue.
So no cue cards, though.
Not for
you
me.
memorized your stuff.
I would be up till 2, 3, 4 in the morning, and then have to leave at 5:30 to be on set at 7. We block, go through makeup and wardrobe, and we start shooting at 8:05. And whether you got done on the first stage, 41, or went to 43 and got done at night, here's another 60-page script for tomorrow. I'll see you at 7 a.m.
All right.
It's a different muscle. It's like Doug Kilborn, for example, working out at 5 in the morning at Planet Fitness or something. You train a different thing, and my muscle was in my brain.
That's see, I have trouble remembering like 2 or 3 lines, and you're remembering all this dialogue.
15, 20, 25 pages.
Now, Young and the Restless, where did they make Young and the Restless?
CBS on Beverly and Fairfax.
Oh, so out in California?
Yes, sir.
Did you enjoy being out there?
I loved it.
What was it? What was the reaction from females in our country to your character?
You wouldn't believe that story. You know what I'm saying, player?
Right,
It was knucking futs.
Now, why do we have the blurry?
That's a typical.
No, that's me. They put Vaseline on the lens so you wouldn't really. I had stalkers and stuff. I had to change my address. There were fans that actually thought I was dealing drugs and went to prison when I went to like Canada or Europe for a public appearance, a PA.
Have they ever asked you to come back and play the character again?
No.
Well, that's too bad. I've noticed when I've watched soap operas, there's lots of scenes where women are turned facing the camera, and then there'll be a man behind them a few feet away talking to them, talking like to their back, so that both of their faces can be on camera at the same time.
There's usually a 3-camera shot. 2 of them are in front of you, and 1 is behind the picture or the mirror in the bar or the coffee house or whatever that you don't see when they're not looking at that mirror or picture or whatever. And then they put the camera to do the other 2 shot. Does that make sense?
Of course.
Of course not.
Really. Did it when you were on The Young and the Restless? Did the scripts ever seem?
Sharon Case is amazing, by the way.
Yay! Did you ever look at a script and say, "This is outrageous. My character would never do this"?
Bye-bye. You're there because of the writers,
right,
and the producers and the directors and the other cast that have seniority, like Hans Gulagang, whose real name is Victor Newman, who plays Eric Braden.
All right, so did you ever have to do something on the show that you thought you didn't object to, but you thought, "I can't believe I'm doing this. This is nuts"?
A couple of times. We had a cool stunt coordinator by the name of Terry James, who I work with and is a good friend of mine, who's since retired. But they have stuff where they wanted to bring in a body double for me, and I'm like, no, I can do my own stunts.
What kind of a stunt on The Young and the Restless?
I'm actually hung like an infant.
All right, let's not go there, please. Please, Shark. Please, let's not go there.
No, like a little baby.
Let's please not. Please, don't encourage this. We've got elderly women watching this show.
Yeah.
Let's get to the important.
Roll Tide! Look at this.
Woo! All right, thank you for switching to this picture.
This is where I got that scar on my finger where my pinky was bent back to my wrist. And Joey Jones was an amazing receiver along with Jesse Bendrose. We had 2 quarterbacks, Walter Lewis and Stedman Shealy, and Coach Marks was my receiver coach, and I had more moves than X-Lax.
All right, now tell us about how did you get on the team?
I was a walk-on receiver.
So how often were you in the games?
Very little. Because I wasn't scholarship, I wasn't paid to be there, but I did eat with the team and rehearse on the thing, and we did, oh my God, some of the worst days of my life were some of the best days of my life downstairs off season in the basketball courts where we would run gauntlets, and they had these big 55-gallon drums where if you decided to throw up whatever you had eaten the day before or so, you would go there and then continue doing your gauntlets until they carried you out on a gurney.
What kind of interactions, did you interact with Coach Bryant a lot?
He talked like this a lot, like a man. He was very listening, baby. It was amazing, yeah. It's incredible. He would go up in the tower, and then he would talk, and it's like in a room of 350 people, you could hear a pin drop, and you were just straining so you wouldn't miss nothing. And at the same time, I'm the low dog on the totem pole, but at the same time,
here we go.
don't do it again, please. Be very careful.
I like the fact that when you talk about Alabama football, you get excited enough to destroy the set. I like that.
I'm one of the few people that have a 1979 national championship Alabama Roll Tide ring.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Roll Tide, roll.
And that, I know they've won the championship several times since then, and so has Auburn. And at the same time, I love Alabama. No matter who's in the fight, I still got a dog in the ring.
Good. Now, did Bear Bryant, since you were a walk-on, did Bear Bryant ever interact with you personally? Did he have words for you? Tell us about your personal interactions with the Bear.
He told me it wasn't going to be easy, and that I had my work cut out for me, and that if I did what I said I could do, I would make the team.
Okay.
And luckily, I got up early, went to bed late. I was a double major, double minor, theater and engineering, minor in philosophy and physics.
Wow.
Yeah.
You've got a bunch of stuff rolling around in your head, don't you?
Don't threaten me, young man.
So, Bear Bryant, now did he ever give you life advice?
Just give it all you got and leave everything on the field.
And you did.
As much as I could, yes, sir.
What was your experience like just going to the University of Alabama? Not just football, but the whole experience.
I basically didn't fit in because I wasn't the preppy type with the Izoid and the khakis. Seriously, yeah. I was a rebel against the cause. And I did acting classes there with, I can't think of his last name, Brad something. And they had some like freak show day. Like you come in as the wildest Halloween character you can imagine. So I dressed up in drag and wore clogs and black makeup, and they called campus security on me.
Wow. You make an impression wherever you go.
Yeah, I could stain a carpet here and there or marble.
There's a rumor that Richard Tyson was a roommate of yours.
Yeah, I lived with Richard Tyson, and I just worked with another roommate of mine, Robert Sully. If you're from the South, good friends of Butler Sheldon, Judge Roy Beans, Floribama,
Yeah.
Pink Pony. If you're from down here, yeah. I'm so blessed that my dad moved us out of South Miami when Jimmy Carter became president and the Cubans took over.
Now, the roommate stuff with Richard Tyson.
Yes, sir.
Were you pals? Did you become friends, or were you just roommates?
Both.
Okay. Did the two of you ever work on an acting project together?
Several times. There's one that I did that was shot 98% exclusively in Alabama by a lady of Tanya Hawley, and the movie was called When I Find the Ocean, sorry.
All right, let's look at.
Our musician's here.
Oh, wonderful! The musician did make it in. He missed the fun part.
Uh-oh. Full split martial artist, triple black belt.
I'm just a dancer.
All right, so tell me about when did this start? The martial arts.
That was in Venice Beach. This is the old jungle gyms. I walked across that blindfolded, did backflips and hanging and upside down inversions and stuff.
How did you get into that?
It's not a tumor.
How did you get into martial arts?
My dad raised me because I was a little milksop as a kid and a runt of the litter. And if I didn't know how to parry and block and weave and use someone else's force against themselves, then I would never have made it. But I learned that thanks to him, my dad, who's been dead for 29 years now. He's born in 1910, 2 years before the Titanic sank.
Wow. All right, so you learned the martial arts from your dad?
No, but I learned a lot of hand-on-hand combat.
Okay.
But he put me into judo, taekwondo, tang sudo, Okinawan, Shodan-ryu, Tai Chi, Muay Thai, all these different disciplines, and you take the best of what you need and you leave the rest for someone else.
Now, I know you've been in movie fights. What about in real life? How many reality, real-life fights have you been in?
Wow. The ones that I grew up in South Florida, moved to New York, and I came here, and I've always been a bouncer or a chauffeur or bodyguard, and I sometimes pack heat, but enough about me. What about you? What do you think about me?
So you have,
What? That didn't hurt at all.
so you as a bouncer then, you had to routinely knock people out.
Well, we
Or
try
throw 'em out.
we try and quill it before it gets to a certain boiling point, and take them out and have a conversation in the parking lot. But sometimes when I worked at City Limits and the Button South and all these Agora ballrooms and the Limelight, Kit Kat Club, back in the day they had this thing. Maybe you know this guy named Andy Warhol had Studio 54. I was there in New York.
Wow.
Hang on.
Okay. Now, when was the last time you were in a fight?
For my life or someone else's? Because I'll go to bat for the underdog.
For in any real life fight. When was the last time you were in a real life?
Probably about 8 months ago.
8 months ago. What happened?
I don't know. We left.
All right.
I like to handle business and be gone because otherwise, blue.
Okay. All right.
Whatever that sound is.
By the way, we'll be taking phone calls.
I love you guys. Thank you so much. This guy's amazing.
We're not done
We're
yet.
not done.
Tune in. I'm not saying we're done, but I want to donate some money to keep this going because this is
just got started.
what's real in L.A., Lower Alabama.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
whatever.
All right, here's the phone. We're using a new system. You notice the microphones are different. And now here's the phone number. Just write that down. We're going to be taking calls here in just a little while.
And just so you know, I only have one real tattoo. It's below my waistline. But all of these other ones I drew on in a mirror every day before I went on Young and the Restless.
So you drew on your own tattoos
With
for
a
the Young and the
Sharpie.
Restless?
And powder. And it kept it from smearing when I was doing push-ups to get my guns big like Doug Kilborn.
Wow. All right, now this, are you still in?
Gotta roll through.
Okay, let's roll through some of the pictures then. Now this is you kicking.
Jean-Claude Van Damme, and he's kicking me.
All right, now how would you rate his martial arts versus yours?
He's more of a ballerina. But he's a great kisser.
Very nice.
All right,
I'm just kidding. No, that was a movie called Desert Heat. They fired the original director, Irving Kershner, who made $3.5 million for not even stepping 1 foot on set. And then John Avildsen, who did Karate Kid, Power of One, and something else, took over. And I went and read in for like a under 5 part, which means under 5 lines. And Jean-Claude came in on the third audition, like, oh, here he is. And he said, I have my hands on the table. Don't let me turn around. Okay. So I made him not turn around, and they hired me.
Very nice.
Wonderful. Now, what was he like to work with?
Amazing, really cool. I love him a lot and his whole family, and we've done several projects since then.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right, now,
Nicolas Cage, and my second movie.
all right, now wait a second.
First stunt job.
All right,
After I did Miami Vice, I was living in Florida. This was the first film I did, and this is where I went from nobody to Taft-Hartley, which means you're eligible to join SAG.
Nice.
Because I went up to Glenn Wilder and said, hey, if you ever run short on people or need somebody to get beat up or kicked over the rail or this and that, count on me. I did a standing backflip and a full crescent kick over him and walked off. 2 days later, go to wardrobe. We want you to play the Indian and blah, blah, blah.
all right, now we've got a quote. Hi, my name is David Shark. If you ever need a stand-in, backup, or someone to take a hit or a fall, please consider me.
Shut the front door.
It's in the
That's
internet.
what I told Glenn Wilder.
There you go.
Okay.
Wow. How'd you get that?
I have
From your
I
web-
have my ways.
Wow. That's I just told you that without even looking at it.
Exactly. I was like,
And
All
he
right.
hired me.
fantastic.
And this is Desert Heat.
Yeah, it is.
That
That's Silas Ware. He's amazing. I'm not sure who that is. But my co-star in the film was the director's son named John Avildsen.
Yes.
And we had such a great time. I can't tell you some of the stories.
Now, we found that there is an Internet Movie Firearms database.
Firearms database.
So we can look you up we can find out the name of your character and the weapons you used.
Yeah, good luck.
Unbelievable. Everything on the internet is fantastic.
I've used a lot of weapons. I fought with Gary Daniels, Stallone, Seagal, Van Damme, all the big ones that are blockbusters. Who's the latest one that we just worked on in the Mobile thing with Dolph Lundgren, Bruce Willis, a lot of people like that. But I'm not always credited, but I might be the guy going over the railing into the drink or out the stairway down the hall.
What did you do with Stallone?
I can't tell you. I could kill you, but I could tell you that.
All right,
Stallone, I did Assassins.
all right. Before
I
we
was a
get
Dutch drug buyer.
before we get to this, Steven Seagal.
Oh, Snoop Doggy Pile.
Steven Seagal.
Yes, sir.
What did you do with Seagal?
I fought him in Glimmerman, doubling John Jackson. I shaved my head, male pattern baldness. I put on his clothes, and he actually tried to break my jaw and disable me like he had done the guy before that with a collarbone and dislocated shoulder. Seagal doesn't pull his punches.
Oh, is that so?
He wants the realism of that separated joint and your pain.
And
But
he
is
also,
he-
he also runs like a girl. He
Yeah,
really runs
yeah,
like a
but
girl.
Yeah.
but
He
what?
doesn't kiss very good either.
Now, what about Steven Seagal? What about his martial arts? Is he good at the martial arts part
There's
in the real
probably
world?
I would say he's good at Aikido, and at the same time, he probably weighs 250, and he did that series after in New Orleans where he played the sheriff. I'm not saying he couldn't hurt somebody, but at the same time, it's all about respect.
Okay.
Man, that's good.
Okay.
Right there. It's good learning.
All right. This is good. We are learning. All right. Now, tell us about.
Wow. Snoop is amazing. He's on the other side of the aisle, but I love him, and we became really good friends. He's I think I've done 3 films with him, thanks to a buddy of mine called Mike Michaels, who's an Emmy Award-winning makeup artist. But Snoop invited me in his trailer. I worked with Master P on, what's that prison film I did, Lockdown.
Man, you've been in a lot of these movies. Now, is that Master P?
No, sir.
My apologies for not knowing who this dude is.
Who is that?
Who is that guy?
That's,
Yep, that
what,
guy.
hang on a second. God, I'm having a brain fart right now. I'm sorry.
That's okay. You've worked with so many. All right, now Eric Roberts.
There's Mike Michaels, Eric Roberts. I know his sister briefly, but he's like Joe Estevez. He works like Michael Madsen for a paper bag full of cash.
Sounds like my kind of business.
Now, and he, as an actor, he's underrated.
Yeah,
right?
but he's booked for 3 years, and that's my buddy Mike Michaels, and I'm not sure who this guy is.
All right.
Oh,
Todd Bridges.
Todd Bridges.
All right. Now, what did you do with Todd Bridges?
I forget the name of it. I've done like 150 things, 115.
Hispanic accent.
Yeah. Different strokes he did. But Todd's amazing. I just worked with him probably a year ago on another project, but he's really cool, and he's a brother of another mother.
Now,
Something I did with, look at my last name, Shukla. It's not a tumor. Uncle Sam, that
all
was
right.
so cool.
All right, now let me tell the viewer, if we have any. Uncle Sam,
If we have any.
the movie Uncle Sam.
William Lustig directed it. He did Maniac Cop.
Here is the synopsis of Uncle Sam. After some teens burn an American flag over his burial site, a Desert Storm vet who was killed in combat rises from the grave on July 4th to kill the unpatriotic citizens of his hometown. I like this premise. So that's you as Uncle Sam?
I come back to life, and the embers that went from the burning flag into my uncovered grave is what erected me, so to speak.
All right. Now the next.
Different kind of
So
blood.
this is you,
Yeah.
and this is a good kid that is helping the zombie Uncle Sam?
Yeah, and then I come back and wreak havoc on the people that burn the American flag,
What
which
a
I would do
wonderful-
again today.
Isn't that wonderful? You think that Hollywood has run out of good ideas, and this is an outstanding one.
And it is available on Amazon.
I still have one of these masks, and it took like 4 hours to go into makeup, and then like an hour and a half to come out. That's for another movie where they do life casts of your face, and then they put all the prosthetic, the cheek, the chin, the eyebrow, and stuff like that on. But yeah.
Now, what is this? Aliens on crack.
Dude.
What is that?
We shot this in the Mojave Desert near Joshua Tree, which is north of Palm Springs by like an hour. And my buddy Bobby Bragg is an amazing filmmaker. And he goes, dude, I want you to play this zacked out character. And I said, who are you talking to?
So just let you know, it is available.
Joe Guy!
The director's cut is available on Amazon, by the
It's
way.
All right, so
amazing.
Johnny Gwynn.
You got to see this other stuff
Are
that he
people
did.
hearing your
I'm on
microphone?
mic, I'm on mic.
All right, wonderful. The disembodied voice of Johnny Gwynn. All right, so.
Guys, check out The Car Whisperer
Car Whisperer.
by Bobby Bragg, and it's on whatever thing, and it's one of my best pieces ever.
All
But
right.
this was so much fun.
All right, so Aliens on Crack is
Yeah.
available on Amazon, but Uncle Sam is also available on Amazon.
This is Station 4. Station 4 with Errol Sack. And he has, his father named George has a whole compound of probably 25, 30 acres of nothing but trucks, 18-wheelers, Humvees, tanks, next to a guy named David Wang who supplies all of the military vehicles for the motion pictures.
All right. Now, Tron, what did you do in
Wow.
Tron Legacy?
I worked with Jeff Bridges, and I did the pilot for it. And the director, you know your name, promised me a part in the movie, but because they shot it in Seattle, not the 48 contiguous states of United States, they hired someone else to play my part after he promised me that I would be playing it. No hard feelings. I still love you, and thanks for Tron 2. It was amazing. I played the guy on the blue motorcycle.
Oh. All righty. Now,
One of my favorite films. Yeah.
Desert Heat.
This is with Danny Trejo, and you know him from a lot of stuff. What's the one that he did with the vampires?
Tarantino film.
Yeah.
Dawn, something at dawn.
Dawn.
All right.
Dusk
All
to Dawn.
you've worked with all these action stars.
Dawn.
Yes, sir.
Now, which of these actors are the least like their public persona?
Wow. I mean, I know everyone from Jamie Presley, who was in here, that did My Name is Earl, to Eva Longoria that I worked with on The Hung and the Useless, to, Seagal, Stallone, Van Damme. The one that's not like their personality?
Yes.
That's the question? Probably Ben. Ben Dover.
All right. All right, look. We're going to be going to the phones.
You're right.
We're going to be going to the phones soon.
Or
But-
Pat.
All right, look.
Pat Mawini.
We love your work, and we've put together a list of movies that would have been better if you had been in the movies.
Oh, shut the front.
These are movies that would have been better by adding Shark to the movie.
Can I add something here?
Yes.
Can I add something here?
Yes.
Because we worked on this together.
Yes.
It was movies we agreed upon that were chick flicks
Right.
that needed more kicking and punching.
Right.
Okay, that's what it is.
We want to put you in the movies that I don't like, that bore the crap out
I
of
want
me.
to be in movies with actors that I don't like.
Nice. Okay, very good.
I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. I just want to act. I want to portray that
All right.
character and be believable.
Let's look.
And it's not, listen to me, it's not hook, line, and sinker. It's sink, you lying hooker.
All right. Here are the we would love to see you in Dirty Dancing.
Oh.
Look, there we are. There you are.
I can dance like Patrick Swayze.
Okay.
Kick 'em.
And I know his younger brother, Don, who's missing a leg because of his, what's it called, a base jumper?
Yeah.
Yeah. He jumped off a thing, and luckily he had his cell phone with him, and he called, but they had to cut his leg off. But Don Swayze is amazing.
All right. We'd love to see you in Beaches. I think that would be a good.
Made that movie awesome.
Wouldn't that be I wouldn't watch it if you weren't in it.
Come on.
We'd like.
Give me the love interest, the badass
With
guy.
Bette Midler?
Yes, that would be much better.
David Shark right there.
You would be much better in. All right. The next movie would be Downton Abbey.
Wow.
Wouldn't that be an improvement?
You know who I would love to have worked with?
Who?
Either Dan Aykroyd or Robin Williams.
Now, have you worked with other top comedians?
No.
All right. We'd also like to see you in The Sound of Music.
That's a classic. If any movie I could ever be in, I'd play a flying monkey in The Wizard of Oz.
No, we didn't even think of that one. We didn't think of that one.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Pretty Woman. You mentioned Eric Roberts' sister.
What's your dream, baby?
Wouldn't
Everybody
that
got a dream.
be? You ever worked with Richard Gere?
No.
All right.
I know he has a nice gerbil attachment.
Now the
I said that out loud?
before we go
these 85 people in the audience going,
hey, look, I just want to tell the people, do not Google Richard Gere gerbil.
Don't do it.
Just do not do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
my friend,
Don't do it. Don't do it. Please.
or Brett Gambino's rendition of a song called Gerbilin.
All right.
Oh my God.
Now, the Olsen twins made the New York Minute movie. We think that you would be good in that movie as well.
Somebody said I wish one of them died so they could find out who the other one was, and I don't agree with it because I love both of them. But didn't they get off the hook just like who's the guy, the black dude that had a white daughter that went the wrong way on the highway and killed someone?
We don't know any of that.
I don't either.
Don't Google any of that either.
Please.
The Titanic. We think
Punching and kicking.
it did.
I wanted to be like the piano player that went under the water while it was playing, and all the girls and the little tofu pant guys got in the lifeboats.
All right. Now tell us,
My best friend.
by the way, we'll be taking phone calls here in a moment on the program. Now what's this? This
I've worked
is you
with
and your
so
dog.
many charities, from Paws for Cause, Nuts for Mutts, Barkin' Bitches, Rescue Me, Home This, and whatever. I have rescue dogs right now. One of them is a 6-year-old white German Shepherd from German Hearts Rescue. Her name is Magic. And the one before that was Nitrous that I got from LA County. If you guys can rescue a dog, it'll change your life. It's amazing. Or a cat or a monkey or a raccoon, whatever you can get it off of death row, and it'll change your life because all they have is love for you. Love it. Just like
Love
I do.
and, in my case, property destruction. I adopted 2 dogs and they've destroyed my home.
There you go. But
All
don't
right.
you love them?
Yeah. Yeah. Now, what happened here? Or is this what show is this?
Judge Judy, and I said 3 words. Yes, Your Honor.
So you were
then
on
I got
Judge
off.
Judy. What was Judge Judy like to work with?
She's cool. She likes vodka.
All right. This is good. This is good. All right.
Silence.
Now, we are going to be going to the phones here momentarily.
Bull.
That is the telephone number to call.
Please call in.
I know that you've probably, now that you've heard all of these things that Shark has had to tell us about his life, you'll have questions for Shark just like I've had questions for Shark, so be ready with those phone calls. We do have an idea of the rating system, G, PG, R. We've come up with some new ratings for the movies that we think would be more accurate in modern society.
Okay.
For example, G, safe for grandma.
Nice.
GG, safe for great grandma.
Nice.
PG, profanity guaranteed.
Nice.
F for filth. X for extra filthy. XXX, you're going to hell.
Yeah.
W, waste of money.
Nice.
NA2BG, needs alcohol to be good. 2HUWNGB, 2 hours you will never get back.
There's a lot of those out there.
Yes. BFSD, burn film slap director.
Who came up with all of these? I love
Have you
it.
ever been in a BFSD? You don't have to name it, but have you been in one?
Okay, one.
Okay.
Yeah. Sure. I'll wear that hat.
All right. A reminder, Andy Macdonald did show up. Andy Macdonald of Fat Man Squeeze will be coming up.
I just want to let you guys know that I sing solo and tenor.
Solo and tenor.
Solo, you can hardly hear me. And 10 or 15 miles away, you still can't.
Very nice.
This is all good.
That's how I got a Young The Restless.
All right. Now, the phone number is up there for questions for Shark.
251-290-2855. Call now.
Yes, indeed. Call now.
Thank you so much, Uncle Henry. I
wait.
know we're not done.
You're not.
I'm just saying thank you for having me here, and I really appreciate it.
Oh, well, I
It's an
appreciate
honor
it
and a
too.
blessing.
We've barely scratched the surface. You're a mysterious man. Now, we want to mention this show is done live at the Container Yard in downtown Mobile. Downtown office space and co-working starting at $3.99 a day. Creativity and commerce meet here. ContainerYardWorks.com. When Shark showed up, he complimented the space. We appreciate that.
And I brought libations of kombucha and 8.8 of alkaline water because you're only as healthy as your last meal.
Yes, that's the California in Shark, bringing the alkaline water. All right, do we have any calls for me and Shark? Let's go to the phones. Let's take a call. Hello, caller.
Hi, Uncle Henry. This is Phil the Balzac.
Hey, Phil.
Hey, I love your Balzac.
I have a question for Shark.
Please.
Shark, I was wondering, have you ever had occasion to work with the beautiful Imogen Poots?
Who?
Imogen Poots.
I don't think so. I'm not familiar with that.
I'm not familiar with that either.
Well, she was in a film with Jean-Claude Van Damme, and I was just wondering if in fact she poops.
I don't believe I have, but I wish I could see a picture of her. I have a few brain cells that still flicker, but maybe I could identify her with a picture.
All right. Shark and I are going to...
Maybe you can work with it yet.
I would love to. I mean, if she's a fellow thespian.
All right.
If you can stand the smell.
All right,
Yeah.
Phil, all right, hang up on... Look, Phil, just because...
Does her fish taste like chicken?
All right, don't call... If you're going to donate to the show, Phil, it puts me in a difficult position because I want to hang up on you so much. I might want to send you your donation back. Just so I can hang up on you. All right, do we have any other calls?
251-290-2855.
Do we have another call? Hello, caller.
Hey,
Hey there.
enjoying the show, man. You guys are good. Look, is that fella, are you going to like break any boards or like throw any of them throwing stars or anything?
I have a stretch mark on my blood blister. Oh, you talking about like doing an actual,
doing a kicking or anything?
I can if there was something here. I wouldn't mind breaking it. What do you got?
All right, well, the caller...
But thank you for that. Yeah, I love martial arts, and one thing about boards is they don't fight back.
all right, very good. Very good. We're learning...
Just like Mike Tyson said, everyone thinks they're a tough guy until they get punched in the face.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, everybody has a plan until they get hit
And
in
I have
the
a
face.
high pain threshold.
Oh, you do?
Yes, sir.
Now, how often do you figure that out?
Finger. Did he say finger it out?
Oh, come on.
Figure.
Oh, figure. Like my girlish figure? Just say
Do we
it.
have any other callers?
I have a question.
Oh, Johnny Gwynn has a question.
If you had to fight, do we have a call?
Check.
All right.
1,
Take
2.
the call, and then
All right, we'll take... Hello, caller. Hello, caller.
Are you on the? I love
Hang
you.
up on that guy.
I love you, Woody.
Hang up on that guy. Hang up.
I have a question.
All right, Johnny Gwynn's got a question.
If you had to fight Mike Tyson, how would you, all the martial arts that you know, how would you tackle that awesome force coming at you? I'm just curious. Like, what would you do? Would it be Gracie Jiu-Jitsu? Would it be karate? Would it be whatever? How would you handle it?
What are the rules exactly?
It's a street fight, straight up street fight, and you have to just get away from him. How would you handle that?
I would win. I don't know how. I'm just saying, if I didn't, he would be missing a lot of pieces. I would take shit with me that he wouldn't get back.
That one hit, though, like, look, I took a little bit.
I wouldn't get hit.
Okay, look.
I would go.
Would you keep him away from you? Would you get close to him?
Well, there's two things on any person, especially if you're a man.
Don't point at him. That's not very nice.
The other one's the other part is the throat. So one of the others going home with me.
Hey, let's thank Johnny Gwynn for that.
And I love Mike Tyson. Don't get me wrong. He's
that
a
great
badass.
question. All right, do we have any other calls on the program?
251-290-2855.
Hello, caller.
You're on the air.
Hello.
How are you? Fine, thank you. What's your question?
Is the caller gone or there?
Hey, you got another caller.
Okay.
I'm calling from Fort Lauderdale.
Wow.
And I'm a friend of Reva.
Oh, wow. Okay. What's your name? I used to bartend down there, and I love Fort Lauderdale.
My name is Marge Miller.
Fart smeller?
And Marge sounds like marshmallow.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Marge, Marge. Miller, like Miller beer.
Okay. How do you know my sister?
Well, we're pen pals.
Awesome.
Actually, I live next. Hey, boy, there's a lot of static on this line.
All right. Just
Sorry.
shoot your question out real quick, Marge.
Okay, I live next door to Todd, and all I'm calling for is I'm sure he's watching, and I wanted you to just send him greetings and tell him we all love him, and that's all I got to say.
Thank you so much to Todd,
Please. All right. Thank you,
to
Marge.
my sister's boyfriend.
Thank you, Marge.
Continue healing. I love you. We're praying for you, and I can't wait to see you again. God bless you.
All right. What am I on?
Yes.
Am I on something right now?
251-290-2855.
I don't know that I've ever been that lost. No offense to the lady.
No, that was
That was a guy.
a friend of my sister's,
Yeah.
and my sister's been dating this guy for 13 years. His name is Todd.
Okay,
And
all
he
right,
just
thank
had a
you.
major operation.
Okay.
And
God
he's
bless
recovering.
you. Thank you for watching wherever you are.
Thank you. We're
Thank
trying
you.
to keep it clean.
I found it. I was just lost for a moment and did not know what I was hearing. Do we have another call? Hello, caller.
Hey,
Hello.
hey, tonight's show's awesome. Mr. Shark, you're awesome.
You
Thank
are
you.
too, man. What's your name?
My name's Harry. I'm Phil's brother.
All right.
Wow. Hi,
Thank you,
Harry.
Harry.
Phil's brother.
What's your question, Harry?
Hey. Well, Mr. Shark, it's fascinating that people named you Shark because he reminds them of a shark.
Yeah, looks aren't
That's the same
everything.
reason we gave him. Yeah, that's the same reason we gave the nickname Humpback Whale to Uncle Henry's mother. She's huge. All she can do is go.
Hang up on them.
Nice.
Hang up on them.
What do they call you?
All right, this guy was attacking my mother.
Your mother?
Yes.
Come on out in the parking lot, bruh. Let's dance. Let's dance.
I have a suggestion. Y'all could do we could do a short with this new camera system we have. We could do a short film like My Bodyguard. Remember that movie from the 80s?
No.
He could be your bodyguard like it was in that. Remember that? That's a great movie.
All right, look.
Great movie.
We got a musician tuning up the keys.
All right.
I can't wait to hear him. I love you guys. Thank you, Uncle Henry.
Wait, you're not leaving yet.
Not done yet.
I didn't say I was leaving. I'm just saying I'm going somewhere.
Okay. All right, do we have any other calls? Hello, caller.
Good evening.
Norman!
How y'all doing?
What a relief, Norman.
Great
Thank
to hear
you for
your
calling.
voice.
You know, I'm enjoying this show. That's fascinating. You know, I never did watch any of the soap operas or anything, but I enjoy the action movies and the fist fights and stuff.
Yes, sir. I don't watch soaps either.
Oh yeah.
No, sir. I'm just on them.
Well, normally grown men are at work and not at home, you know, watching the soap opera TV and stuff.
Hallelujah.
Look, do you ever, I got two questions. One's for you and one's for a request for later.
Shoot.
Do y'all ever fight or, you know, do you ever do anything in that trailer over there with that Kilburn guy that lives in the van down by the river?
We've wrestled out of a few wet stocking incidents, but nothing to speak of as far as on film. But that's coming up early next year in 2021 when Trump wins.
Y'all like them gladiator movies?
Sometimes. What are you thinking of particular?
Oh no, I just was wondering.
What's your favorite?
My other question is, I got a request for the guy that's playing music later. I think he's got a song about his sister, or one of his family members.
Huh.
If they can play that, I know we all don't know nothing about that, but if they could do that. I enjoyed the show, and you're a fascinating young man. Y'all have a good evening.
I appreciate you very much. Thank you.
Roll Tide, roll.
Roll Tide, roll.
Thank you, Norman, for your phone call. Do we have any other callers?
What was his last name?
Norman, I don't know his last name.
Because I'm changing my name.
Oh. To what?
No, my last name's going to be Normus. First
Hello-
name.
Hello, caller.
First name Dixie.
Hello, caller.
Uncle Henry, I am just thrilled that you have the shark on your show.
Well, I'm glad you like that.
Well, Shark, I just thought that you and Richard Tyson were phenomenal in Brokeback Mountain. And for me, as far as I'm concerned,
Hang up on this guy. Hang up on this guy.
No, they said any port in a storm, so.
Do we have any other callers? Hello, caller.
Thank you for that shout out, too. And
Hello, caller.
251-290-2855. Call now. We're getting ready to end.
Hello, caller.
Hello.
Yes, you're on with Shark.
Yeah, I heard that Doug Kilborn guy said that he could kick Shark's ass, and I'd like to see that settled right here in front of the camera.
He actually can do it on any day of the week other than a day that ends in Y.
All right. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
All right, hang up on that guy.
This is JJ.
I would never fight him. He's a friend of mine. We are brothers and warriors of the same cloth, if you will, like Braveheart.
Can I say something about Doug Kilborn? Doug Kilborn made the guest available to us.
Yes, Doug Kilborn. Yes.
Doug Kilborn!
Thank you to Doug Kilborn.
I have mentioned him several times.
Yes, Doug Kilborn is responsible for the show. Do we have any other calls? All right, let's go back to the phones.
251-290-2855.
Hello,
Please
caller.
call now and save the bull for later.
Hello?
Hi, Uncle Henry.
Hi there.
I was just asking, I just think that your guest should bite your hairpiece.
What?
I mean, it's kind of scary looking.
Is this Leanna?
That's Leanna.
Who?
Leanna, no, I have had my shots. It's not herpes.
Leanna.
All right.
Oh, you said hairpiece. My bad.
All right,
Yeah,
Leanna.
his hairpiece.
Look, Leanna, I don't understand what, do you have a legitimate question?
I asked it.
All
Your
right.
hairpiece is kind of scary.
Would you hang up on Leanna, please?
Thank you for calling, my dear.
Please hang up on Leanna.
I wanted to work on his cowlick. He wouldn't let me.
All right, are we done with the phone calls now? All right, we're done with the phone calls.
You guys rock!
All right, Shark.
Yes, sir.
So before we release you from the couch, talk about what you've got in the works. What are you going to be working on in the future?
I've got a project down in Tampa with a really good buddy of mine who's done some amazing work from Children of the Corn and stuff like that. His name is Roy Kinram. That's middle of next month. I'm working with Scott Lumpkin, who's a big filmmaker here, Eva Golson, who's a film commissioner. I've got several other people going on in the Eastern Shore, from Farrell Pamp, who's Johnny MacArthur. We just did a short film called The Bag, to another guy, Charles Wesley, and another guy, Walt Noon. We got a lot of stuff rolling. Everything's been kind of put on hold in the back shelf because of the COVID pandemic. And I don't think that I will ever catch it because I'm immune to the bullshit. Excuse me. Sorry.
All right. How often, one more question. How often do you work out?
As far as you know, yes.
All right.
Every other day.
Every other day.
We do either lunges, push-ups, pull-ups, dips. I do my katas. I was, raised to be a fighter, and the only way you're going to quit is when you're dead.
All right, very good. That's a good piece of advice.
God bless America, this country. I love you all, no matter your race, religion, creed, gender, whatever persuasion. You guys all rock. Let's all come together and make this the best country that ever has been and will again. God bless us, keep us strong and safe and out of harm's way, and give us more love to give away.
Thank you, Shark. Thank you very much. Thank you. David Shark Fralick. This show won for the record books. And now we welcome back to the Uncle Henry Internet Show, Andy Macdonald of Fat Man Squeeze. Wait, don't start playing yet. We're wiping the microphone for you. We want to make sure that you know to keep this show going, to pay for new microphones, please donate PayPal or Venmo. We have ways for you to donate to the program. First of all, before you get going here, good to see you again.
Good to see you. Thanks for having me back.
Thank you for being willing to do the show again.
How did you do during the storm?
I had a big tree limb on top of the house, put a big hole in the roof, but okay, otherwise. Now, what about you?
We did fine. Tree across the street, but they cut through it, and we were able to get back to the house. But I spent most of the time in Mississippi. It was my son Henry, his second birthday, so we were up at my mom's and my in-laws celebrating that. So we kind of missed most of it anyway. So.
All right, now, Fat Man Squeeze. When can people see Fat Man Squeeze again?
That's a really tough question. We will be doing, I think, the Bourbon by the Bay event coming up in November. But a lot of the bars and restaurants aren't booking full bands, so it's a lot of solo shows and duos and stuff like that.
And we've talked to you about a variety of things in the past, but we've never talked about your business in Baldwin County. Before you play, tell us about that business.
Well, I own a guitar store called Picker's Paradise.
Yes!
I've worked there. This is my 19th year of working there, but I've owned it for the past 3.5. So it was started by Jim and Lyle Ball, who he had the guitar shop in Tuscaloosa. Then they moved to the Virgin Islands, and then after too many hurricanes, they moved back here. And we've got this funky little building out in Stapleton, Alabama, right on Highway 59. And we do a ton of lessons and then retail, So it's, I drive across the bay 5 days a week going over there, and I have for almost 2 decades. So it's a really special place. We really have a musical family over there.
It is unusual to have somebody commuting from Mobile to work in Baldwin.
It's usually the opposite.
Yes, it is.
So when there are big traffic backups, I'm usually the one laughing at everybody because I'm going the exact opposite way.
All right. Very good. All right, we are so glad to have you here. What are you going to play for us?
Well, the caller asked for me to play the song that I wrote about my sister. I've written a lot of songs about girls, but it was only recently that I wrote a song about my sister.
All right.
Her name's Andrea Milham. She lives in Laurel, Mississippi. She owns an antiques store up there. And you might see her on TV every now and again on this show called Hometown on HGTV.
Nice.
But we're Irish twins. We're 362 days apart. And so we grew up, when we were little, we shared a room, and I just remember all the stupid stuff that we both believed that turned out to not be true.
Yes, Johnny Gwynn.
She's much prettier than you.
I
What
know.
the hell? Seriously, where are you?
I don't know.
Okay, just making
I
sure.
don't know what's going on with my hair tonight either.
It looks great. I love it. It's fantastic.
Tonight's show has an unusual energy.
Maybe that's what's affecting.
Yes, absolutely. All right, well, please, everyone, enjoy the song stylings of Andy Macdonald.
Thank you. The song is called Tilt-A-Whirl. I think I want to live somewhere it's cold, just enough for skipping school and freezing off my toes. Wrap me in a blanket or an extra suit of clothes. I think I want to live somewhere it snows. And I think that old moon is growing dim. Last night it was shining bright, now I barely see the rim. Get him some new batteries and find a place to plug him in. But I think that old moon is growing dim. Mama said the Sandman puts to sleep in all our eyes, but it don't seem like the Christian thing to do. Well, I'm bound and I'm determined to prove that it's all lies. Let's stay awake, but don't breathe a word. It'll just be me and you. And I think cowboys need another name, 'cause I've seen them riding ponies, and for me that ain't the same. Let's just call them horse boys as they ride across the plains. And I think cowboys need another name. This tilt-a-whirl and it'll be your favorite ride. And if it don't seem like the Christian thing to do, well, I'm bound and I'm determined to prove I'm brave tonight. Just squeeze my hand and hold your breath. We've got nothing to lose. And I think I want to live somewhere it snows, just enough for skipping school and freezing off my toes. Wrap me in a blanket or an extra suit of clothes. I think I want to live somewhere it snows. Yes, I think I want to live somewhere it snows.
Wow.
Thank you.
Always impressive.
Thank you for having me.
Always. Oh, thank you for being here again. All right, Johnny Gwynn, are we? Is this it? Well, yeah, but is that any more music or?
Would you do one more?
I can if you want me to. You got any requests?
Your choice.
I'll do like a. I'm trying to think what I've played here before, but I don't think I've ever done the 9-Pound Hammer, which is one of my favorite old bluegrass songs. Well, the 9-Pound Hammer was a little too heavy, but for my size, say along, buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I roll? Wheels don't go. It's a long way to Harlan, ain't a long way to Hazard. Just get a little booze, just get a little booze. Say along, buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I roll when the wheels don't go? When I'm long gone, Lord, you can make my tombstone out of number 9 coal, out of number 9 coal. Say roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I roll when the wheels don't go? Kill John Henry, but it won't kill me, it won't kill me. Say, roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I roll when the wheels don't go? I'm going on the mountain to see my baby, and I ain't coming back. No, I ain't coming back. Say, roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I roll? Wheels don't go. Was a little too heavy for my size, but for my size. Say, roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I roll when the wheels don't go? Well, roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I roll when the wheels don't go?
Wow. That was fantastic.
Thank you.
Wow. You get that kind of reaction all the time, everywhere you play.
No.
What do you mean? You don't get that kind of reaction everywhere?
No, I don't.
Why would that happen?
So thank you.
Yes, Andy Macdonald. Magnificent. So, Picker's Paradise.
Picker's Paradise.
Where's your website?
Just go to Facebook.
All right.
Facebook and Instagram and Picker's Paradise. So.
Picker's Paradise, Fat Man Squeeze, Andy Macdonald. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming back. Thank you again to David Shark Fralick. Thank you to Doug Kilborn for booking. Also, big thanks to everybody that's been donating even when we were off for a week. Thank you for that. Please keep donating. Thank you to Dan, the sound man, Joe Shannabrook. Thanks for some help from KP of ShirtButter.com and Brent Amaker of BrinkTunes.com. and of all the hard work put in by Johnny Gwynn. Johnny Gwynn. Thank you for watching. Let's end the show. End it. End it. Goodbye. Turn it off. Don't make me get up and walk off. Is it over?
I live in Midtown.
End it while I'm sitting here. Just end it.
Jeff Funk said to tell you hello.
Turn it off.
He's been working for me at the shop ever since coronavirus.
All right, we're done. Thank you for watching. Dad, damn it, I wish I could just...